Hi, welcome to Yard GrowingSA. In today's video we'll do some repotting. Let's get to it. Okay, so I threw all the soil from that out here and I'm gonna put it in this buckets here. So yeah, I made 5 holes in each of the buckets. So I'm just gonna add some compost to here, mix it up and then add it in this buckets. Okay, so I added the compost. I'm just gonna mix it together and then once I'm done add it to the buckets, I'll show you guys. Okay, so that's done. That one I still need to fill up a bit more. So I'm gonna take off the onions there. So I'm gonna transplant also that onions in there because they're still small, so they can still get transplanted and they still will grow. And this one over here. Then I'm fill this buckets up and I got another few buckets I wanna fill up and then I'm gonna put them down here. Then I'm gonna repot a few of the other plants. Like this over here I'm gonna repot. And oregano. That one, the mint over there. And see what else I can do. Okay, so I have 6 grow bags over here with the chilies in. So I'm gonna transplant them all in this plastic buckets because it's gonna be better for this to use this grow bags for. So I'm gonna use it for like stuff that get harvest quicker and that because chili trees is more of a permanent type of plant anyways. So I'm gonna be planting them in here. And then in there, like I'm gonna put like whatever root vegetables I'm growing in that, it will be easier, like cabbage and broccoli and stuff like that. We can individually grow a load in that bags. So since that black bucket is bigger, I'm gonna do a mixture of compost and worm casting for the bottom, and then I'm gonna just plant the chilies on top of there. See the difference in size? Yeah, so I'm gonna be planting that in here. But obviously I'm gonna take it out of the bag because it's quite heavy, but yeah. Yeah, then just like that, so I'm gonna have to add now some more soil, compost and the worm casting in here. Then I'm gonna take this out and put it in there. Okay, so I'm just gonna add first a layer at the bottom, then I'll put the chilies in and then I'm gonna see how much gap there is on the side. So I'm gonna add compost and worm casting first. Yeah, so I'll put the holes on the sides instead of the bottom because when I water this, I want some water to sit at the bottom, so when it does dry out and the roots need water, they will come more down, so it will focus on looking for water, so the roots will come down to the bottom. And then I don't have to worry about if it is coming to the bottom or is it just sitting on one level. Yeah, so let's fill this up. So I'm gonna add the worm casting now. Just gonna mix them together. So I'm gonna put the chili plant in here now to just check how many soil does it still need at the bottom. Okay, so that's a fine height, so I'm gonna take this out and now put it in this bucket. Okay, so let's try to get this in there. So I wanted to pull it like this, but then I'm gonna pull all the roots out, so I'm gonna have to now turn this bag around. So I'm gonna have to turn the bag now around and see if I can get it out as perfect as I can. Okay, so let's get it in here. Ah, crap. Okay. So most of it fell, but okay. Still attached, so it's not that bad. But yeah, let's just get this filled up properly. Okay, so I got it in here, so I'm just gonna take the leftovers and throw it on top of here just to keep this down because you can see the gaps around here. Okay, so I'm just gonna smooth it out a bit. Cover that, the roots, there we go. So it's fine to have this around here like this, the gap, because when I water it, it's still gonna sit a bit the water because I did transplant this, so the soil might want to keep the water on top and then it will start flowing after that. So you can see here's the whole tree. So what I'm gonna do is the lower ones, I'm gonna start cutting them off with this, with the shears off here, and leave the upper ones because the new leaves are coming in. So yeah. So whatever look dead in that, I'm gonna just cut off. And yeah, I'll be back once all of the trees is transplanted over to their pots. So see you in a bit. Also, I want to get the bottom off. I wanted to grow more bushy on top, and then yeah, it will look much better and easier to harvest from also. Okay, so I trimmed them liquor down now. As you can see over here, here was two big leaves here, but they weren't looking so liquor, so I cut them off because I saw a new growth. Because I saw a new growth coming here, so that's why I cut that off so that they can focus now on this growth here. And I did the rest with the other seasons, and I saw what is like this is still new, but this dead, so whatever was growing here I cut off, so allow this one to grow bigger. Okay, so they're all done now, so I'm just gonna pack them away nicely, and then I'm gonna start with the other stuff. So I'm gonna plant this artemisia now in here because they grow about 2 meters high. So this bucket what they're in is not gonna allow them to grow that big. But I see there's a lot of hojas here on, so I need to just clean this up. I'm just gonna cut this stem off here, and then they won't maybe reproduce because I see this on here. So I'm just gonna cut that also off. Hey, they all. Okay, let's see if we can get this out of here. Okay, there we go. So half of it came out, other half is still in there, but that's fine. Because the roots look like they just made it till here. And I did break some off in there. But yeah, let's plant this over. Okay, so here's the soil. Let's just make this right quick. Just dig a bit out of the soil. Get it nice and firm on here, and then we're gonna add the rest of that soil now here. So I'm just gonna leave it so as a heel. Then when I do water it, the water won't fall over. If it is still sitting, it will just be till here and not run over. You can see it's done now. So I just wanna get some more of the other things replanted, and it's looking quite nice in here. Okay, so I'm gonna repot the thyme now. This is silver poisy. Look how nice this one look here, this white one. That's the only one I think is still a young leaf what is coming out, because I see there is a bit green on it, but they do look nice. And they say this give pink flowers, this one, so I want to see if it does blossom now in spring. Does that happen? But yeah, I'm gonna have to repot this one because you can see the roots already at the bottom. So let's get them in here. Let's check out deep quick. Okay, so there it's about that size. So I'm just gonna fill that hole up a bit at the bottom. And then yeah, we take this out of here, and then we plant it in there. You can see it all now. I'm just gonna break this up a bit here at the bottom, then plant them in. You can see on top is about there's weeds growing and moss, so I'm just gonna take that off first. You can see even the roots here on top, so they do need a repotting. I'm just gonna clean this out here, try to get the roots a bit loose, because it's not really that bad. It's quite a lot of roots, so yeah, let's just get some loose. Then we can get them potted. Down they go. Add some of that soil. Okay, there, that's done. And thyme always smells so nice on a rainy day. One is gonna be oregano now. So this is gonna go in here. I know that one looks dead, but hopefully it comes back. But if it doesn't, this one will just take over. Okay, so I'm first gonna take this one out of here. Here we go. Just gonna put it in here so long. And let's take this one out. There we go. The two is out. Okay, let's get the two of them in here. take down some of the soil. Yeah, and there we go. I'm just gonna fill up the sides where there's no soil. If this one doesn't grow back, this one will grow much more anyways because it is busy growing here at the bottom, and I will take over this whole bucket. You can see here it's already a new stem coming out. So if I put this just under here, it will grow new roots. So let's do that here. And we're planting out the mint because as you can see the new growth is coming out already, and this one is already growing the roots here in. So yeah, so it's time to transplant them to their forever home. Okay, that hole is deep enough, so it's time to get the mint out of here. And this mint is the big leaf mint. So can you see here how the roots are growing? This is with all the stems and that. So this needs to get in the ground as soon as possible because they want to come out. But there is so much ants on here, so I'm gonna first go rinse this whole thing off before I plant them. Okay, so this is what is left. I do not take a lot of the soil out. There's quite a few ants on there, but yeah, took care of them. Didn't see any more, but I see there's one here. So as you can see how this roots is looking of the mint. So this is what dig down. They grow new plants and all the roots. You can see the fresh leaves is coming out of this roots. So yeah, that's why you want to plant your mint in their own containers and not in ground, because they will take over and it's going to take long. Once they settle down, as you can see how thick this stems is going down, and then they just grow more and more and more and more. And this was only that small bucket. I imagine what they will do in your ground. But yeah, just get them planted. Even when you bury them, you can even cover the leaves, they will just come back. They're very strong, so they will break through there anyway, so it's fine like this. I'm gonna plant this fennel here by the purple fennel. Just plant it here in front. Okay, so there's it. So I'm just plant it in here now. Okay, so this is the pink celery here that need transplanting, and this is the soup celery, what is gonna go with it. So that is gonna go in. There's one there, small one growing here. So I might leave this one in till it get a little bigger, but the others is gonna come definitely out. So yeah, let's get that done and show you why this one needs also transplanting, because you see there how the roots are looking. So yeah, that need to go. And see here, it's a little worm. Let's get him in the soil rather. Okay, so I'm first gonna put this one in here. So I'm just gonna move some of the soil aside and see how deep this needs to go in. Okay, that came out not the best way, but okay. Small worms in there. Quite a few worms there in also. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean this plant up and then yeah, we can plant them all. Okay, so I'm just gonna sort the soil out now in here and then get them planted. So yeah, I just made it nicer. And this was two separate plants, but it looked like they grew into one plant now somehow. Don't they sometimes just look like jelly babies, like you wanna eat it? I don't know if any of you are wrestling fans, but yeah, the boogeyman used to eat always the worms. It always made it look nice and lekker to eat, but I don't think they that lekker to. I don't think they taste that lekker. But should we try it now? Never mind. Okay, so that one's in now, so we're gonna go for the pink celery. I'm gonna take them out there and then put them in here. Okay, so let's start with this one here. Okay, so I'm gonna leave them two in here and that small one over there. I'm gonna leave it till they get a bit bigger, then I'll transplant them over again soon. So I'd like to say thank you to the new member. So guys, if you want to become a member, you can check the link down below. So I want to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And if you like to help the channel out, you can share this video, comment down below on this video, send a super thanks, or becoming a member. So thank you for everyone that's always watching. Backyard out.